All right, raising the roof on land prices. Auction later today for a plot in the mid-levels on Borrett Road could set yet a new record here in Hong Kong. The 113,000 square foot plot on Borrett Road expected to fetch some $1.5 billion. Demand said to be exceptionally high, and Emily and I were talking about how just about every big name in the property development space wants in. It's one of the last plots up for grabs. Peter Churchhouse knows a thing or two about property. He's the chair at Portwood Capital, and our guest host Burkhart from Saracen remains with us, along with Daryl Guppy from GuppyTraders.com. What a party we're having here today. Peter,
so
good to see you.
Yeah, thanks. Good to be back.
Nice area, nice leafy green area, and it's going to be capped. It's not going to be one of these 200 story high buildings where you live with 20 million people. It's going to be like 20 stories or something like that. Very, very coveted.
Really, relatively modest in terms of scale, yes.
Yeah.
The views from the site aren't going to be fantastic. Some of the previous sites that have been sold recently will have better views than this site. But you're absolutely correct. I think we possibly will see here the highest price for any site ever sold in Hong Kong. The low end of the estimations is about $1.54 billion US dollars, and at the top end about $1.9 billion US. And quite frankly, if they even sold that property today at the low end of that spectrum, if they sold the property today at today's prices, they'd still make a profit.
This tells me all these measures to cap property prices and bring them back down to affordable levels just ain't working.
Oh yes, it is, Bernie. It is really working. You're looking here at the very, very, very top end of the market. If we've seen just recently, transactions volumes in the property market really have slowed down quite a bit. There's a lot of noise in the week-to-week data and the month-to-month data, but if you look at a 16-week or a 4 or 5 month moving average, definitely the numbers are down quite significantly.
Marty?
Yeah, hey, Peter, good to see you. Let me ask you this. With real interest rates still negative in Hong Kong, is there really that much the government can do to try and, make prices more affordable? Because, I mean, look, just the macroeconomics are not working for them.
Yeah, well, we have seen interest rates at record low levels, and they're still there. So, quite frankly, I think they're going to stay pretty low for a while yet. If we even read the latest transcripts from Mr. Bernanke, it doesn't look like he's going to be raising rates, particularly in the short term. So, rates are going to stay low, but banks are raising rates a little bit at the HIBOR level. So, we are seeing that happening. But the measures the government have taken have actually raised the levels of deposits that are required. That I think is taking a toll. They're also cutting down on speculation by curbing or increasing taxes for property that is sold very quickly. So the measures are working, but we're not yet seeing a big move in prices on the downside, but the upside of prices has slowed. We were up about 10% in the first quarter. By the end of last month, we're up about 12%. So it is slowing.
All right. Burkhart, you're in Hong Kong, and I assume your wallet is full of Swissies, right? Swiss francs. What do you think? Do you want to go? Do you want Peter to take you up to Borrett Road and take a peek there? It's got some it's a very nice part of town there.
Well, luckily, when you have Swiss francs, property price appreciation doesn't hurt as much as when you look at it from a US dollar perspective. Because the dollar, of course, has fallen by nearly a third over the last few years against the Swissy. And really, that's my 2 pence worth of it. I mean, the property price appreciation, what it really is, it's the inevitable result of the post-crisis monetary environment that we have, and that will continue to have for the next few years. Ultra-low interest rates and add to that demographic and economic growth. And you're adding, fuel to a situation which is going to remain more than stable in the coming years.
All right. Hey, good to have you with us, okay? Thanks for your patience and your time today, Peter. Saying to you, I say we fill in the rest of the harbor there. We'll solve all our pricing problems.
Certainly not.
Oh,
certainly not.
No, come on. Let's do a rally on Sunday.
Don't be a peasant. Go.
Let's hold a rally on Sunday. Peter Churchhouse
let's have the environment pretty
Barnhold. Karen, very interesting chat we're having in Hong Kong. Come on, Karen.
Indeed,
we'll go
Bernie.
up the road next time.
Plenty more coming up. Perennial China Retail Trust list here at the SGX today. We're going to speak to the company in the first on CNBC next.